Welcome back to Piano Made Simple. In this episode, we will be reviewing rests and their values, time signatures, and measures. Let's not waste any time and get right into the first part, rests and values. So, what is a rest? Well, the definition of a rest is an interval of silence in a piece of music. Think of it as the opposite of a note. During a rest, you will not be playing anything. Instead, you will be waiting out the beat that the rest gives. Although they might be opposites of each other, note and rest share a similar beat. Starting from top and moving our way down, we will be naming them. We have the whole rest, which lasts for 4 beats, the half rest, which lasts for 2 beats, the quarter rest lasts for 1 beat, an eighth rest, which lasts for half a beat, and a 16th rest, which lasts for 1/4 of a beat. As you can tell from this chart, the notes and the rests match up. A whole note lasts for 4 beats, and a whole rest lasts for 4 beats as well. That will be all now for rest. Now let's take a look at how rest and notes tie together with time signatures and measures. So, at the beginning of every staff, there's a pair of numbers written over each other, such as a fraction. This pair of numbers is called a time signature. Now, what do the numbers indicate? Well, the top number in the time signature tells you the number of beats to be counted off in each measure. The bottom number in the time signature tells you which type of note value equals 1 beat. Now, let's take a look at one of the basic time signatures, 4/4 time. Here is a good example of 4/4 time or common time since it is used a lot in music. Now, the time signature is telling us that there are 4 beats in each measure and the quarter note will take the beat. So let's look at the first measure. It has 2 quarter notes and 1 half note, which equals 4 beats in total, since the quarter notes are 1 beat and the half note is 2 beats. Then in the next measure, we have 1 whole note, which is equal to 4 beats. This satisfies the condition of the time signature for this particular piece. Here is a list of the numbers that may appear on the bottom and what note they specify. Here is another list of common times used in music. Now, other time signatures are used for other types of music such as waltz, cut, and 6/8, and each of them vary in the tempo and the notes that are in each measure. We already reviewed the common time, but in the cut time, there are 2 beats per measure and the half notes get the beat. Now waltz time is a little bit faster. There are 3 beats per measure and the quarter notes get the beat. And in the 6/8 time, there are 6 beats per measure and 8 notes get the beat. So it's a lot faster than the other 3. Let's look at one final example that really ties rests, notes, and time signatures. Now we have common time, so 4 beats and the quarter note gets the beat. Let's look at the first. We have a whole note which is equal to 4 beats. Or in the counterpart, we have a whole rest which is also equal to 4 beats. So the first measure is good. Now we move on to the next measure, who has 2 half notes and 2 half rests, both equaling to 2 beats in total. That measure is also good. Now we move on to the next one, which has 4 quarter notes in total and 4 quarter rests in total. Let's review what a time signature is again, in case there's some confusion. Again, for time signatures, the top number indicates how many beats are in a single measure of music. The bottom number indicates what note gets the beat, or pretty much which note constitutes a single beat in that measure. So again, for example, common time or 4/4 indicates that there are 4 beats per measure with the quarter note getting the beat. If we have 3/4 time and 5/4 time, then we have either 3 or 5 beats per measure and the quarter note is still getting the beat. Now, to completely wrap the episode up, let's take a look at a bar and each measure and the time signature with notes and rests. Now, we have a time signature of 3/4 or 3 beats and the quarter note indicates the beat. So let's look at the first measure. We have a quarter note followed by a quarter rest and a quarter note again. Now this would be played as so. 1, 2, 3. Now let's take a look at the second measure, which has a quarter rest, a half note, and that's it. This also equals to 3 beats because the half note is 2 beats and the quarter rest is 1. This will be played as so. 1, 2, 3. Finally, the last measure contains a quarter rest and now it contains a half rest. This also has 3 beats because the half rest equals to 2 beats and the quarter rest to 1. This would just be silence, but you would have to hold it for 3 beats exactly.